I'm Sasha. I'm so excited today to be testing out products from ColourPop's new Ulta exclusive Valentine's Day collection. Here are the swatches for the You Are a QT palette. You can see how there's a mix of mattes and shimmers. The colors range from light peach and champagne to deep plum. There's a good balance of light, medium, and dark tones. These are the two Super Shock cheek colors in Forget Me Not and Prenup. Next we have the lipstick in Aftershock, Ultra Glossy Lip in Well Nested, and Lippy Pencil in Shot Clock. Last we have the two eye products, Creme Gel Liner in Charmer, and BFF Mascara in Plum and Get It. So for the eyeshadow look today, I think I'm going to lay down a base using With Love. I'm not going all the way up to the brow bone with this because it is more pigmented. The shade is brighter and more pink than I expected. When I look at it in the pan, it actually looks kind of like peach and brown, but on my eyes, it actually looks kind of bright. I think this will still turn out nicely though. Next, I'm going to use this deep purple here called Heart Eyes. This looks like a beautiful deep purple matte. Oh wow, that's really gorgeous. It's got a lot of pigment to it. I'm focusing it near the outer edge of the eye and then blending it up into the crease. This is such a beautiful shade. It's like that gorgeous kind of magenta purple. Now I'm going to use this beautiful shimmery purple shade called Candygram. I think this is actually one of those Super Shock shades. It seems to be very creamy. I'm just going to apply that sort of in a cat eye shape. So with these Super Shock shades, you don't have to apply them foiled or wet to make them show up. You just kind of can press them in because they're very creamy and really highly pigmented. Now I'm just trying to create sort of a similar shape on the other eye. Just going to blend this into the outer corner here. I don't want the line to be too defined. Now I want to use some of this beautiful pink shade here called Lover. I'm going to use this Pacifica Cherry Matte Setting Spray. So first I spray a bit on my hand, then I dip my hand in the setting spray, dip my hand in the eyeshadow, and then pat that on the eye. So this pink shade is just so pretty. This is just a really beautiful sort of fuchsia metallic. I'm always impressed with ColourPop because I feel like you don't have to use a lot, but you get a really big color payout. Now to define the inner corner, I'm going to use some of this beautiful light pink shimmer called Love Me. This one also seems to be a Super Shock, so it's kind of creamy. This is just a really beautiful sort of icy highlight to kind of contrast against that really bright pink in the middle. I'm also going to take it a little bit on this side here just to make it pop a little more. I like that so far, so I'm going to do the same thing on the lower lash line. So I'm going to start using With Love, just kind of smudge that in the bottom. Then I'm going to use a little bit of Heart Eyes here. Just kind of go along the corner. I want to kind of meet this cat eye shape here. Looks like I'm getting a bit of fallout. Try and brush that away. I'm going to use this darker shade here called Heart Eyes. Sort of press that into the outer corner. Now I'm going to use a little bit of Candygram, which is this beautiful Super Shock kind of creamy shade. Just kind of have the outer edge meet this cat eye here. Now I'm going to wet this little smudge brush with setting spray, and I'm going to dip it into this beautiful fuchsia shade here called Lover. Just going to press that into the middle here, just sort of echo that really pretty vibrant pink highlight. Now I'm going to take a new little smudge brush and dip it into this shade here called Love Me. We want to complete that inner corner highlight with just that beautiful light shade. I feel like these Super Shock formulas are a little bit harder to work with. I think I kind of prefer a powder, especially for like really fine areas like the delicate inner eye, but it's not too bad. You can still do it, I just think it's better like for larger areas like the top of your eyelid. Okay, now I feel like we've got a nice sort of pink and purple vibe going on, so I'm going to move on to the eyeliner and mascara. So today I have the BFF Creme Gel Liner in Charmer. This is a beautiful sort of deep plum shade. Okay, that just broke off when I was trying to draw it on my hand. So I'm just going to take it on the outer corners here. I don't want to use it all the way across the eyelid. I just want to focus on sort of the darker areas. So I'm just going to do... it broke. It just totally like broke off into my hand. I don't know what's up with this one, but it's already broken off twice on me. It seems to be kind of crumbly. Alright, now I'm taking it and winging it out a bit. It broke again. This is like the 4th time. I don't think I'm going to have any of this left by the time I'm done with this video. 5th time, broken again in my hand. Alright, so I'm going to stop with that today because I'm getting really frustrated when this eyeliner keeps breaking. So for the other item in this collection, I have the BFF Volumizing Mascara. This is the shade Plum and Get It, which is a really beautiful plummy purple. Hopefully this will work better than the eyeliner. So I'm just gonna kind of wiggle this on. I've actually never used purple mascara before, so I'm kind of excited. I like this shade because it just kind of blends seamlessly into this look. I'm not quite sure what's going on with this mascara, but it feels a little bit dry. I don't know if it's just because it's like brand new, but doesn't seem to be applying quite as smoothly as I'd like. I feel like it's just not showing up. Not quite sure what's going on with this one. There we go. So for blush today, I have the Super Shock Cheek Stain in Prenup. This is also part of the Ulta collection. I'm just gonna take this and apply it to my cheeks. It's that Super Shock formula, so it's kind of a nice sort of cream that turns more into powder finish. This is really pretty with this eyeshadow look. It's just kind of a beautiful mauvey pink. It's got a bit of vibrance to it, which I really like. For a highlighter today, I'm gonna use this beautiful Super Shock shade in Forget Me Not. So it's also kind of that creamy powder. Oh wow, this is really pretty. It's kind of like a pearly pink sheen. I think you could also use this just as a blush, but I do like that it's kind of this icy pink shimmer. It's not overly glittery. I'm gonna put a little bit in the brow bone too. Cupid's bow. Maybe a little too much in the Cupid's bow. Since there wasn't a bronzer in this collection, I'm using this Butter Bronzer by Physicians Formula. This is the light bronzer. Just gonna go ahead and buff this in. Part of the reason why I chose this shade is because it's more of a cool tone shade. I didn't want anything that would be too warm with this beautiful sort of pink tone look. Just gonna put some in the hairline here, sides of the nose. I always like to put it under the jawline too, just to make it look more defined. If you've been enjoying this video, please like or consider subscribing. I post new beauty videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 10 a.m. Central, and I'd love for you to join me. Please also hit the notification bell so you can be the first to watch a new video. Moving on to the lips, today I have the XO Lippy Trio. The first item is the Lippy Primer. This is basically a clear layer that goes under your lipstick. Next, I'm going to use the Shot Clock Lippy Pencil. This is a beautiful sort of plum mauve shade. Just going to start near the center of the lips. Now I'm going to use my finger to sort of soften those edges. Now I'm going to use a little bit of this Lippy Sticks in Aftershock. This also came in the set and it's a beautiful mauve shade. So I'm just going to put this on the lips. It seems to be a bit more of a matte formula. I think this is a really pretty vibrant kind of mauve shade. I'm not sure that I would wear it out like this because it's kind of a lot with the eyes and the lips being bright at the same time. So I'm going to go ahead and wipe this off so we can test out the last item, which is the lip gloss. Today I have one last item from this Valentine's collection. This is the Ultra Glossy Lip in the shade Well Nested. This is a really beautiful shade that they describe as soft plum with gold pearl. It seems to have sort of a brush applicator. This smells really nice too. I think it's like vanilla. This one feels really nice. It's like a gloss, but it's not sticky. It just kind of has this creamy sort of glassy look. I really like this lip color. I think it's very beautiful and it works really well, especially with this eye look. I just feel like it ties everything in this look together really nicely. Before I go, I just want to do a quick comparison with this and some other palettes. First we have ColourPop's Truly Madly Deeply. This one also came out pretty recently. As you can see, there are some definite similarities between these two palettes. Both of them, for example, have a little pop of blue. There's also a lot of beautiful sort of plum and mauve shades. One thing to note about Truly Madly Deeply is that it is a little bit bigger and therefore a few dollars more expensive. It also has more of sort of the pressed glitter shades, whereas You're a Cutie leans more towards the shimmers. Next we have ColourPop's Bye Bye Birdie. You can see how they both have some sort of magenta shades, though I feel like Bye Bye Birdie leans more towards sort of the plum, orange, or red tones, whereas You're a Cutie, which is this one, leans a little more towards the cooler mauve or blue tones. For a budget option, I wanted to show you Milani's Most Wanted Rosy Revenge. When you compare them side by side, you can see some real similarities here. There are definitely kind of the light sort of peachy shimmers ranging into the deep, cool purples. I also like that Rosy Revenge has this beautiful magenta fuchsia shade as well. So if you want to do a look like this where you get that kind of pop of bright in the middle, you could definitely accomplish this with a palette like Rosy Revenge. Just for comparison, You're a Cutie costs $18 and Milani Rosy Revenge costs $10. Another similar option is the Winky Luxe Cashmere Kitten palette. It comes in at a similar price point and has only 9 shades as opposed to ColourPop's 12. But you can see that again there are a lot of similarities with like a deep purple and a nice medium pink. I don't think Cashmere Kitten is going to be quite as bright, so if you're looking for more of kind of a softer everyday look, I think Cashmere Kitten would do that well. whereas UR A QT definitely has more of those bright pops of color. Last but not least, I wanted to mention Aether Beauty's Rose Quartz Crystal Gemstone Palette. The Aether Beauty palette is quite a bit more expensive at $58, but it's talc-free and contains really natural ingredients. They also try to make it as eco-friendly as possible by doing things like removing magnets from the palette. You can see that it has kind of some similar colors, but the Aether Beauty ones are definitely more muted and everyday, whereas ColourPop's definitely are more bright and vivid. But if you're looking for a more natural kind of talc-free option that's sort of in a similar shade range, I would recommend checking out this Rose Quartz palette or their Amethyst palette. I hope you found this video helpful. I would love to hear your thoughts on this Ulta exclusive Valentine's Day collection. Are these colors that you would wear, or are there other ones you recommend instead? Thank you so much for watching and have a great day.